Hi, everybody. So today we're going to talk about how to take care of ourselves during this time. We're going to talk a little bit about how wild it might get. And I'm going to talk about how to be powerful in your body. And Anna's going to help me with this tremendously because she knows so much about the body. And I wanted to start out with how powerful the body actually is. So the human body, you can take one human body and power New York City for a week. So that's how powerful we are, how much energy we're generating. And it's really important to take care of that energy. And so I wanted to bring up just a few things right now. And one of those is magnesium. So that helps your body, your battery. I don't know what I'm saying. It helps the battery that is your body. And it also helps your mood. So like if you're stressed out, if you're depressed, magnesium is a beautiful thing. Potassium also helps power your battery. And I do advise looking into vitamin D and K2 and just kind of look into that and see what's right for you. And today I did some magnet stuff. So I'm going to let Anna talk a little bit about energy in the body, and then we're going to go ahead and just continue on.
How do you take magnesium?
So I only take one. I take one pill a day, and I get a certain kind from Amazon. I can put it down in the description, but it's the one that I found doesn't affect my digestion, because I noticed some of them will give you like indigestion or even heartburn. So this is my favorite, and it's what I buy and use every day. So
awesome.
Yeah.
The reason I was asking, that's how it was for me. At some point, taking any vitamins was not working. I had to heal my gut and go through a lot of that, which has a lot to do with the energy. But so I started making magnesium butter. And that's why I was asking, because it absorbs, you use magnesium, they come in like flakes, and you make a brine out of it. And so you can just spray the brine on yourself. But if you've ever done that, it gets like salty, like if you're at the beach and the salt water dries on your skin and it's kind of itchy. And so I came across a recipe, and it's cocoa butter, coconut oil, and one other kind of butter. I just spaced it. Anyways, it's a process because you have to kind of like whip it as it's cooling to get the magnesium brine to stick into the butter. But then once you do it and you put it on your skin, it's so amazing. I'll have to send you some. We make it and sell it, but it's sometimes in the summertime, it's hard to keep it, the consistency, so you have to keep it in the fridge.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, I believe that would be cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Maybe you could talk about that more on your channel.
Yeah, I mean, I could do a whole thing about it.
Do like a whole video about it, because that's a brilliant idea. Because my parents use like an oil, but it kind of burns. It burns a little bit. So I don't like it. Yeah,
it's intense, that magnesium. But it does help so much with all of this, with pains, with energy, with mood. Our bodies are so depleted of it right now because our battery is working so much and we have no idea what it's doing. And most people are, the energy that their battery is creating is being used for fear. And so the energy's out here doing this stuff while their body's still trying to feed that energy. So yeah, anything that we can do to help our physical body is going to help that energy. But speaking about that energy, I think we just start explaining downloads and how the energy comes in. We are all this powerful. We are all made to be able to. Sorry.
That's okay. So one thing about downloads, while she's yelling at the dogs, is downloads are your intuition. They're your higher self giving you a message. And we don't always realize that that's what it is. Sometimes we think something just popped into our head. Well, that's your higher self telling you, hey, think about this, go look at this. So anyway,
Exactly.
continue on.
Exactly. No, that's a perfect example, because so much of it, and us talking about it, and so much of the ways that it happens for me, it's energy. And what I'm trying to do is figure out how to put that into words.
Yeah.
Because it, okay. Downloads. Yeah, how you were just explaining, the downloads are things that so to me, I'll just put it like this. If I am in the space of neutrality, in the space of knowing that everything is on purpose, everything is happening for a reason, everything is speaking to me, everything I see, everything I hear. And it's this way for everybody. We just don't know. And because most people live in fear, they're living outside their bodies. And so they don't know how to take the messages that are coming into their bodies through their energy field. And it's nonstop. I know me saying that sounds crazy to some people, because it does take time to get here. And I have put in work to get to this place. But it's happening all day, all the time. A lot of people are starting to notice angel numbers and starting to understand that that's things, it's on that level. Everything is speaking to us when we start to pay attention. You're muted.
I muted myself. So they're trying to give us signs and messages all day long. So just try and pay attention. So I want to just show you guys one thing you can do to kind of let your body come out of fear. So there's a space right here in between these two knuckles. And if you tap on that space, my hands look huge. If you tap on that space, then it will release the fear from your body. So that's the end of a meridian, the fight or flight.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. So that whole, it was, I think, in the group, but that tracing the line from right here down your arm, that whole, and that's the part of that triple burner meridian. And that is exactly where it comes out at, right there between your fingers. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would look that up, the triple burner and the meridian, the fight or flight meridian, and basically work on that when you're getting stressed, because it really does, it helps a lot. Even if you have to just excuse yourself and run into the bathroom, do it. Yeah.
Because there's, it goes, and I'm not sure if I'm saying this exactly right, but I think it's the triple burner meridian, the fight or flight, and it's also gallbladder meridian. That all links to
it could be though.
And it has points that you can release and tap, like all the way down each side of your body.
Oh, well, that'd be great if you're having any kind of gallbladder issue, or probably even a liver issue. So my favorite person to watch with this stuff is named Donna Eden.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, I would definitely look her up. She is really happy too, like she's fun to watch. So yeah, I recommend watching her, and she is brilliant with the meridians.
Yes. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk a little bit about our intuition applying to, like, a lot of us are doing detoxes right now because our bodies are getting ready to go through something different. So what about like following your intuition with your body? So think about that a little bit, and how would you actually do that? So for me, I do what's called a tune-in every morning, and for probably 3 or 4 weeks, I've been getting burdock root. Burdock root. Every day it comes in, burdock root. And I think, oh, I'll look for that because I know I have some, right? So every day I forget to look it up or find it in the cupboard, right? So finally, I listened. And what burdock root is a blood cleanser. And it really helped me a lot because I was getting hives in the junctions of my, limbs and stuff. And that's because I was detoxing and the pathways weren't completely open. So another thing I did today, because my intuition told me to, was to get magnets and put those at those junctions. So there's this place on the inside of your leg, like going up towards your knee. And if you just pull your finger up, you'll run into a bone right underneath your knee. And it's probably like an inch underneath your knee, but on the inside of your leg. So when you run into that bone, it's going to hurt. And if it hurts, then there's some lymph that's blocked up right there. So, and Anna knows all about this stuff, but what I did is I put the magnets on each of those places on my leg, on each leg, and then also by your funny bone right here. So when I did that, I almost felt like I just had a triple shot of coffee. Like all of a sudden I was extremely awake. And I was almost getting anxiety because it was so much energy coming in. So there's something fun to try.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so beautiful. And I see that is the same. I'm excited to try the magnets because those same spots that she's talking about, I use for fascia release. And so I understand the same feeling because I can feel all bogged down. But when I know that I need to do that in those certain places, my energy's flowing and I'm able to get back up and I'm able to do what I need to do and let some stress go. And I can see that, I can see like that isn't like you're talking about from the detox. So your pathways weren't open. And so there are blocks in there. And when the energy is not able to flow, you can imagine how it makes us fatigued and feel down. And as soon as you open those pathways and the energy is just able to flow like it needs to, then it just makes us awake and aware. And that's a really big thing that I've been noticing. So I'll be honest, when I started trying to do any of this stuff that has to do with my body, it was all around weight and losing weight. But now things have changed a lot. And so fasting, it is helping my physical body. But when I'm fasting now, because I completely understand that my digestive system is not working, it's not doing anything. So none of the energy that's in my physical body is focused on my digestion. And so it's focused everywhere else. And that awareness that you have when your body is not going through digestion is a whole nother level. And so I find myself wanting to stay there. And then I have to talk to my higher self and know that my intuition is saying, okay, your physical body needs some food right now, to whether it's to ground or because the energy that's around me might be too much. But there's an awareness state once that energy starts moving that there's no words for.
Yeah, it's almost like everything becomes extremely clear. And 30% of your energy is used by your digestion.
Right.
So it does take a huge amount of energy to digest food. And the meals that we have these days, like in America especially, they're enormous. They're like 3 times the size of your stomach. So how is your stomach really going to deal with that? Like it's a huge mess. So I don't know. I like to eat a little smaller and I eat a lot of fruit in the morning right now. And that's just what my body wants right now.
And fruit is good for moving lymph. So your stomach is digesting it, but it's not the same as all the fake stuff that we eat. Just think about the difference in digesting the real stuff versus fake. How much more energy goes into the fake stuff.
And the processed food too. It's so much harder for your body to deal with because your body's like, what's this?
Right. And then it has to use all these different energies, all these different chemicals to break it down. Then it has to send it where it needs to go to be eliminated. And then it has to detox all the chemicals out of it. Right. I see that whole process.
Yeah.
Something else I wanted to say, in the past couple of days, how we've been watching the hidden history, bringing those things in. Last night, and part of a documentary, the everything triangle was coming to me like in all these different aspects. And I've been saying for a couple years, food pyramid is not, that's just something, another belief system. I've been knowing that, right? But last night when I was like, oh, that's also a triangle, and this and this. And I was like, okay, there you go. That's a whole nother same thing.
Yeah.
So because we were told to eat 3 times a day and eat this much of this and this much of this, our digestive systems have never been able to slow down enough for our awareness to be in the forefront of our etheric self. I guess that's the best word to say.
Yeah. Yeah. Our energy body gets all, our body's so gummed up, it's not, receiving the messages that it needs to.
Right.
So just kind of, start to research that on your own, like intermittent fasting, magnets, the meridians,
The
magnesium, potassium. Like my husband has been having a lot of back pain, and we realized that his muscles were really, really tight, right? And I was like, well, what is this? What to do about this? And it's been going on for a while. And then finally I realized that one of the foods that irritates his sinuses, which we took away, which is bananas, is full of potassium. So now he's on magnesium, potassium, moringa, which is really good for swelling in the body and inflammation. And he's doing tremendously better.
That's
so
great.
Really just play with stuff. And, these kind of things really help your energy level. So you're going to feel so much better. You're not going to feel drugged down. And then you have more energy for yourself and other people too.
Right. And all of the things that we're talking about are natural. And so you're getting the natural energy from that, whether it be plant medicine or the magnesium and vitamin, chemicals, minerals. That's the word I'm looking for. It's all from the earth. So that's all part of our body. That all unlocks other codes and other energies in our bodies to be able to be used.
Yeah. And sea moss, I've been taking sea moss. And that really is giving me more energy, and B vitamins and just all kinds of, like, the amount of pills I take in the morning is a little frightening. But I definitely feel better, and my higher self has been hassling me because I'm doing all of this parasite cleanse and I haven't been keeping the pathways open. So probably for a week I was swollen. So my hands were all swollen up, and they're not anymore. You can see that they're look pretty normal now, but my hands were all swollen up. My face was swollen. My eyes were squinty because they were all swollen. So really just taking care of your body is just so important, and you don't want all that inflammation and gunk in your body.
Right.
So
that's so much of the reason why we don't feel good, and nobody just understands that yet, but people are starting to pick up on it.
Yeah, it's really kind of an amazing thing. And we're about to go into something like a really wild, energetic month, and probably a lot of stuff will come out. And I mean, I'm pretty confident that a lot of stuff is going to be coming out even in this first week. So staying grounded is just such a good thing for you right now. And also to not get completely caught up in what's going on, because this is the last wake up call for the sleepers. And if you're awake, it's not really for you. It's just for you to see that, yay, it finally happened, and to kind of continue on with whatever it is that you feel is the best thing for you. Don't forget about your life just because there's a lot of stuff going on the outside of you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome.
Yeah. So, well, I guess that's it. But I hope you guys, enjoy your day and you feel good and you listen to your intuition. Okay,
Have a
we'll
good
talk
day.
to you soon. Bye.